start out with the stem. So we had to do some extensive repair to the stem. The vertical part of the stem up here, we let in a piece of Purple Heart. Down here, this was the external part of the repair. This new piece of Purple part let in here. Then there's an internal knee that we had to put in, and there's some long bristles that we removed in this section here. Centerboard trunk, and anything we'd ever imagined. We wound up replacing both sides of the trunk, port and starboard, and then going up inside of it, removing the top and cleaning up the inside surface. We also put a new bronze bushing in the pin end of the board as well. At some point, we'll have to renew the tackle and some of the sheaves inside the trunk to accept the board. Last thing on the centerboard trunk was a new cap for the top of the trunk inside the boat. The old one was beyond repair. While the boat was apart, we had to replace the shaft tube and let in a new fiberglass tube from the stern post all the way up through into the floor timbers where the stringers were. Floor timbers also had to be renewed in that area. New bronze rifts had to be set into the timbers where we replaced them. The bearing point for the upper rudder bearing, the wood was completely wasted behind the upper gudgeon, and we reinforced it with a piece of G10, and then where these bolt holes are, where we fastened new material on the inside before we planked it up. We also had to replace the two lower planks and the transom, and we re-glued the seam in the upper part of the transom. We will need to do a little bit more work to the pintle and gudgeon assembly once we're ready to ship the rudder and install the shaft bearing housing. All the frames were replaced all the way to the keel, stopping roughly at the waterline, some up a little bit higher. A couple of the bilge stringers had to be replaced. If you look carefully in there, you'll see the new shaft tube, floor timber, top of the rudder post on the inside towards the back, and another additional new floor timber and some new stanchions for the cockpit sole. Next in the process will be to plug the fastening holes here, seal the new planking up with epoxy, apply a layer of fairing putty to the entire boat, seal the bottom planking, keel timbers, repair around the centerboard trunk all with a high build underwater epoxy primer, paint the inside of the centerboard trunk, and ship the centerboard. And then the boat can be then lowered down to the ground to make it accessible to work on the topside planking and the deck, house, and interior.